Hey guys, we're looking at basic file operations in the computer management section, and we're looking at sharing, just basic sharing of files and folders. So it's actually going to be a lot easier than you think. All right, so let's have a look. So we've got on our computer system, on most computer systems, we will have files and folders. All right, so what do we do with these things? Well, a file is simply something that you create, like a Word document, a PowerPoint file, an Excel workbook, for example. Those are just files, and folders is what we store things in. We can store multiple things into folders, okay? And what do we do with all of this when we want to share it? How do we share these things? That's what we're going to be looking at. So here we have a folder, and we're busy putting our files into a folder. And of course, then we want to take these files or this folder and we want to share it. Now, in the good old days, this is what we would do before we had, all this network expertise. We'd get the good old USB drive. That's what we would do. We just throw our files onto that USB drive. Okay, there they are, all safely stored on that little USB drive. Yes, yes, yes. Then we would find a friend's computer and we'd walk over to the computer and we would then pop it in, and then we could download the files from the USB onto the other computer. Now that was great and good exercise. I know I need it, but we are living in the digital age where we can use networking to do all this stuff for us. So have a look. We've got a couple of ways of sharing now files and folders. So we've got sharing via a network. Okay, so that's on a local network with physical computers connected to it. We can also share via the cloud. So stuff that is shared online. We can access stuff online, share it online, and everyone else can access it online. And of course, we can also share stuff via email, just sending stuff, attaching a file or a folder or a zip file from email. Okay, so let's have a look at sharing via a network. Okay, so you have a network, whether you are in a company or a corporation somewhere, or at a school, or even at home. You might have a little mini network at home. And this is how we can share something across the network. Here you can see on my screen I have a folder. And I would like to share this folder with other computers or other users on my home network. And this is in Windows 10, guys. So it's actually a lot easier than you think. So watch this. I'm going to go and select this folder, Plans and Schedules. I'm going to right-click on the folder, and I'm going to go down to Give Access To, and you'll see that it says here Advanced Sharing. So when I click on Advanced Sharing, I get this properties comes up over here, and it says network file and folder sharing, not shared. No, that's fine. You can see that that's grayed out. Don't stress. Just go down to where it says Advanced Sharing. So I'm going to click Advanced Sharing. Perfect. This is what I want. And I click on share this folder. I can give it a name. I can give it a different name if I want to, but it makes sense to leave it the same name as the folder. How many users I want to have access to this folder at the same time? Well, 20 is more than enough. I can also change permissions in that, but let's just keep it nice and simple. Click OK. And now you can see it has been shared, and I can close. This folder is now shared on my network. And if I had to look at my network, you'll actually see that it's there. Here you can see I've actually gone through using a network browser, and you can see there's my computer. Here are all the shares. There is the share that I just created. Now let me just go back 2 steps and show you another way of sharing from the ribbon. Okay, so here I am back where I was in my temp folder. Here's my plans and schedules. I've unshared it so I can share it again from scratch. So I'm going to select the folder. Okay, I'm going to go in my ribbon. Have a look here. I have a share tab. So click share, and you can see I've got a couple of options here. That's grayed out for now, but that was like the previous share. I've got to go to advanced sharing. I can email, I can zip it, I can burn it to disk. I'm going to click advanced sharing. So click advanced sharing, takes me straight here to sharing. There it is there, and I can click on advanced sharing, switch on the share, click OK, click OK, close, and there you go. Sharing on a network is actually so much easier than you think. Now let's see about sharing online. How do we go and share files using cloud storage? Right, so sharing via the cloud or online sharing is not too different from sharing on a network. Let me explain. Here you can see I have opened up my OneDrive online. It's in my web browser, and I'm going to show you how I can share a file or a folder straight from my OneDrive. So this doesn't even have to be on your local computer. This can just be through your web browser accessing your online drive. This is the same for Google Drive, Dropbox, they all follow the same principles. So what I do here in OneDrive, you'll probably be able to do with Google Drive and Dropbox as well, and other online cloud storage programs. Okay, so have a look. So I'm going to show you sharing a folder first and then a file. Here I have some fonts, and let's say I've got a Futura font folder and I want to share this with somebody. It's very easy, guys. I can select it by just clicking over here, and I can go up to the top where it says share. Alright, or I can do what I tell all my students: when in doubt, right click. I can just right click here and I can go share over there. It's the same thing. Alright, same thing. So I'm going to click on share and let's see what comes up. Excellent. It says send link. Anyone with the link can edit to name, group or email, message, send. So I've got quite a few options here. I can say anyone with a link can edit. If I don't want them to be able to edit, I'll just click over here and it says here link settings. Who would you like this link to work for? Anyone, people just in my school, specific people with access, okay, with existing access, or specific people, only one or two people, regardless of how I share it, only these people will have access. And then other settings like allow editing. I can switch off allow editing. I can expire the share if I want to, which is pretty cool. And I can apply a password as well. So you can really make this a secure share. So I've switched off editing. I've clicked on apply. Right, now it says anyone with the link can view. That's a lot safer. 2. Now, if you want to share this with someone specific, you can go ahead and type in their email address. All right, so for example, I can share this with my ICT manager. That means that only he will have access to this folder because only he will have the link that I'm sending to him. Or I can just copy this link right now. I'm going to click on copy. It creates a link. I can now take this link and send that to whoever I want to share this with. So it's up to you guys how you do it. You can either share it as a link like that, so click on share, share it as a link, or type in their name or their email address and it will then send them a link just for them. Alright, that's the one way of sharing via the cloud. Now the other way is on my local machine, also using my cloud storage application. So here you can see I am in my cloud storage. I'm in OneDrive. This is on my computer and I have a file here that I would like to share with whoever I want to share it with. So same process, guys. You can just right click and go to share and you'll see that I have a specific share option here. It wasn't like the give access to in the previous network sharing. This is slightly different. This is share. Now watch, I'm going to click on share and it's the same interface as we had in our web browser. As you can see, it says anyone with the link can edit and it's the same setup as before. So guys, it doesn't matter if you are in your web browser online or if you are on your local machine, as long as your OneDrive app or your Google Drive or Dropbox that is running, you will be able to then share this the same way that you do online. So sharing via the cloud is actually pretty easy. Right click, share, and then choose the options that you want. Either make a link or send it to someone specific. Okay, I'm not going to go through sharing via email because if you look at the e-communications videos we've done, that's pretty easy. And if you click on share in the ribbon, you'll see it's got the email section there and you can right click on a file and say email. So guys, I don't have to make a whole video on how to share via email. If you apply the same principles that you've learned in the previous two concepts, sharing via network and sharing via cloud, it's exactly the same. The difference is it'll just open up your email client and you attach the file as we looked at in our e-communication section.